This episode is recorded in front of a live streaming audience.
Prepare to attack the enemy's control points.
Get behind me, Doctor!
I am fully charged!
You are listening to Control Point, a Team Fortress 2 podcast with Brent Copeland, Eric Fullerton, Wes Wilson, and Spencer Williams.
Control Point, episode 53, recorded on November 23rd, 2008.
I'm Brent Copeland.
I'm Wes Wilson.
I'm Eric Fullerton. And today we have a nice little guest with us by the name of NivekOne.
Howdy, howdy.
As opposed to Nivek.
Yes, yes.
Did we even have to bring up his name? Just to...
Well, I didn't want our part-time listeners to be confused.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And NivekOne is a long-time listener as well, so it was kind of confusing for us at the very beginning. It was like, Nivek. What is up with Nivek? Is it some popular pop culture or something that we don't understand? Is it actually Kevin backwards for you as well?
That's all it is.
Ah, okay.
It sounds cooler on the internet.
Well, I like that you're one, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's so many other Niveks out there, so I want to differentiate it.
And I like that it's ONE, too. It's not just a number like a AOL email address, you know? So, very fancy. All right, well, we're going to dive right in. You know, this week, before we open this thing, I went to a cheese factory tour.
Cheese.
Oh, that sounds
fun. I love cheese.
And while I was there, I just decided to pick up this little cheese colored
skid
and flavored skid little briefcase they had in the little store there. So
it's
I'm gonna
flavored.
open it up. Yeah, it's edible.
Flavored briefcase.
It's an edible briefcase. Yeah,
I'm not comfortable.
It's made out of cheese. So I'm going to open it up
just
here.
like this skit.
So someone do the sound effect. I mean, open up the briefcase.
Is it a soft cheesy?
Cheese? Yes. I think parts of it are soft. All right, so inside, we just happen to have things that pertain to our show. That's
awesome.
That's interesting. We have Valve offers an even better deal than the orange box. Lots of listener contributions. A question for the listeners this time.
Are we putting them on the spot?
Yes, we are.
Excellent.
Also, Left 4 Dead impressions. Why not? We'll just throw those in there. I mean, we didn't throw anything in there. This is what's in the briefcase.
The cheese case?
Yes, the cheese case. There's lots and lots of cheese in there and a clown nose. All right. So let's close it on up. Okay. Now that it's closed.
Do we have some crackers?
Oh, I knew I was forgetting something.
Man, if there were some crackers, this would be the perfect cheese briefcase.
Mm-hmm, it would be. Okay, that's just Brent's mouth. That's not actually the briefcase.
Yeah, that doesn't sound anything like cheese.
It does after I eat it for a while. I'm kind of lactose.
Alrighty.
No, not really. So, if you want to send me cheese or milk, that's fine.
Who wants to go first? You never go first, Eric.
I know. This is going to be crazy. How about
we all go at the same time?
Nivek, why don't you go first?
Me?
Yeah, tell us about your TF2 week.
TF2, I forgot how to play that now.
Our Left 4 Dead week?
Yeah, since that demo came out, I've been playing that constantly.
All right.
Are you any good at it?
No.
Okay, I was just checking.
Doesn't mean I don't enjoy it, though. Mm-hmm. No, it's just, I haven't seen a great co-op game come out for, 8 years or more. Which is, they built it so it forces that type of play, which has been fun. Like Wes was mentioning earlier, though, it's just the intensity gets you wound up. So afterwards, you have been an hour wind down or so.
Yep. I know that when I don't usually play first-person shooters until later, like around 11 o'clock at night. And this game was so intense that I stayed up till 2 playing it, but then I was wired for another hour, so I went to bed at like 3 in the morning.
This was a game I had to actually ban my son from watching.
Really?
Like, if he comes in the room, I got to be like, you can't look over here. you know,
I
or you're
have
gonna have
that
to leave
same
the room.
problem too with Nancy, who's 2 years old.
And it's not like I'm worried about him like seeing gore and stuff. I don't want him waking up screaming about zombies at 4 a.m.
That's a good point.
And the rest I think he can handle because he watches me play TF2 all the time.
Right.
Which I guess that's probably, you know, someone will be at my house knocking there, taking my kids away from me soon when they hear that. But
I think the bad thing would just be watching your character be devoured by the zombies. I think that would be the most horrifying thing to show a kid.
Well, we ran a contest a few years ago now, and there was one of the and basically the directors were making this music video, and one of the music videos they made had these what were they? They're kind of like where they ate each other like zombies.
Wait, what is this?
Wow, man, it's the one where the zombies and they did the dance at the end.
Was it the brains drink?
No.
No.
This is the music video shootout. With Gold Boy and
the lizards from outer space.
Lizards. Yeah. But anyway, he took it as zombies and it freaked him out, so he had nightmares forever. And so and that's where that led to. Yeah. Anyway, on with your week there.
But yeah, it's all been Left 4 Dead. Been getting about 5 or 6 hours of sleep at night. Just stayed up way too late.
Have you done the versus mode?
Yeah, I've done both. Especially interesting trying to play against Jolly, of course.
I actually was on Jolly's team playing versus mode, and that was easy. Oh man, no! Well, it was like the first night we did it. It was like the first night it came out, and oh my god, we were like trying to figure out strategies and all this kind of stuff. It was brutal, and it's so much fun finding like places to spawn. Like when you can find the perfect place, you know, when you become that boomer and you can find that rooftop that you can spawn on, and then you know they're going to be running up on you any minute, and you can just look over the edge and go, blah! It's great.
Yeah, and I kind of found that boomer was really one of the more fun classes to play. And I don't know what it was, but it seemed like it was more fun trying to get that one good shot and then get out of their way before they kill you.
Oh, see, and my whole goal is I want to vomit on them, and then I want to be in the middle of them and get shot. That's what I want. I don't want to live.
Right.
I want to die spectacularly, but I want to get the one vomit in first.
Oh, didn't you hear the latest? Though people are like mapping the M key to explode.
No.
So when you're the boomer, you drop in and explode on them.
Did not know you could do that.
Ooh. That's pretty dirty. And I've noticed it seems like the versus mode is a lot different from the regular game. It's much more kind of like stick and move, right? You get that wave of the enemies, and then it's just like run to the next until you find another hunter out there, because you know that's them again.
Yeah.
And so you kind of take this while they're dead, you use that to move forward and progress, and don't ever stay in one place more than you have to.
And I found that when you're playing versus, the trick is you want to tie it in with the horde. You want to make you want the boomer to attack first and have the horde coming in, and then you want your hunters to pounce.
Yeah.
And your smokers to pull.
Yeah, because you really can, you know, if you do it right, you can really put the whole team out. If you're jumping on two and then pulling one with the smoker, you know, and the last one's got the horde coming on them from the boomer, it's game over most of the time.
Yep. Love it. So I'm going to talk about some TF2.
All right.
How's that sound?
Do it.
Yeah, okay.
I dare you.
Boy, I played some TF2, but that was shortly after I played a bunch of Left 4 Dead, and I had a great time playing Left 4 Dead. And no, I'm just kidding. Man, you guys didn't even register. Anyway, no, we played. When was it? When did we play?
Friday.
Was it Friday night?
Yeah.
I logged on for a little while, and we had a great time.
I didn't play with you though. I knew that you were on, so I was playing with you.
Why didn't you come and join us?
Because I only have one computer here that's worthy of TF2.
Oh, okay. I can see that. But your girlfriend was playing and she killed me.
Yeah,
I didn't appreciate that very much.
That was funny.
I'm holding you responsible. But I also we played some games, and I got really surprised. We got shut down on Gold Rush Stage 1. And I was just like, oh no. I mean, that just hurts.
Yeah, it does.
When you can't finish the first stage of Gold Rush, it just hurts.
No doubt.
But I did play some Medic on Dust Bowl, and I got my assist maximum. I got 18 assists with a medic on Dust Bowl, and I got several. I was teaming up a lot with Chuck Norris, who is a devastatingly good demo. He seems to always know where to put his grenades, and so I would just, I would hide behind a door. I would hide inside, like we were on that last leg of Dust Bowl, and after you cross that bridge, there's a building on your right, and I would stand on that stairwell. Chuck Norris would stand in the middle of that walkway, and he would shoot into the buildings and over, to the other side. Yeah. And oh my God, I would just sit there and watch him just scrolling by. I'm like, that's awesome. And then I'd build up my. And then I would build up my Uber, and then I'd grab Linux, and we'd go run around the corner and blow up everything there. And then like the Uber would run out, and Linux would be running down the hallway to go torment some other people, and I'd have my bow and saw out, and I'd be killing teleporters. And killing teleporters. Well, I mean, when you're left, I don't know. It seems a little more apropos than Neil gunning it.
So how did Chuck Norris feel about that? That built up your Uber on him, then you'd switch it to someone else and go use it.
He had the highest score. He did. I do not think that when you're in close quarters that Ubering a demo is as useful as Ubering a pirate.
It may not be, but it may be nice sometimes to throw him that Uber just for helping out.
Well, I mean, I did a lot of stuff that day. I might have Ubered him once or twice. God, don't be a jerk.
It sounds like you're the one being the jerk here.
No, I'm not. I did very good.
Now you see why you don't play on your team anymore?
I know. You're always on red. Stupid red.
Red rules.
Red does not rule. Blue rules.
No.
Well, okay. How about your week, Brant?
Brant.
I want to see how much dead air I could get there before y'all started saying Brant. I don't even remember when I played TF2, but I think I played some. Played a lot of Left 4 Dead most of the time, and Warhammer and WoW, a little bit of everything, I think. I did have an issue with a coworker of mine who he hears me talking about the games, and I try to get him into like some of these new games like Warhammer or Left 4 Dead. He's a big zombie guy, so I was like, Left 4 Dead is for you. He always talks about like really what's going to happen when zombies like are for real. Like dead serious, and
the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, and he has these theories on actually how it's going to transpire and what you need to do, and so I was like, this is definitely the game for you. You need to get Left 4 Dead, but he had Half-Life 2 a while ago, and so he went back and downloaded Steam, and he had some. I guess when Steam came out, it really kind of sucked.
Oh yeah,
it first came out.
Oh God, yes.
And so that's all his memories of Steam were. And so he's like, well, I'll give it a try, because I kept telling him, it's better or whatever. So he logs into Steam, and it doesn't show Half-Life 2 under his account anymore. And so he has no clue why. He like reinstalled it and even tried to like put the number in, and it says, this number's already being used. And he's put in a trouble ticket, and they never like responded to him. And I'm like, I feel bad, because I'm like, no, really, Steam's much better. They don't lose your games or anything. But I was like, they're probably dealing with Left 4 Dead right now, so that's why they haven't gotten back to you or something. It's like I'm trying to defend Valve and Steam so he doesn't like throw it away, like all my friends who play Warhammer. And he's still trying to get that working. But I thought if anybody had this issue before with like not getting a game working on Steam, that they could email in and let us maybe know some kind of fix to get that working. Or if you just have a Half-Life 2 key that's sitting there doing absolutely nothing, let me know and I can get you the guy's name and you can gift it over to him as a possibility. That kind of thing. Besides that, that's about it for me. So
that was the best story you've ever told.
Well, they're never that good, obviously. So go with Eric. Wait, no, yeah, Eric.
Me?
No, you were going to go for. Now I'm confused. Hey, Eric.
My turn. Yes.
How was your week?
It was excellent. I didn't play any TF2.
Okay,
but,
Wes.
Next, I watched Sabrina play on my computer. She was, I don't think many people know who she is or anything, but she got on there. Nivek, I think, begged her to get on. It's like, all right, come on, play. So she got on there and she played for a little bit, kept dying. But she got a bunch of kills in too.
Yeah, did I mention that she killed me?
Yeah. Did some West
So I
killing.
said, Sabrina, right.
Did she? I bet she got an achievement for that too, right?
I don't know.
Oh no, it's not that difficult.
She actually was getting achievements and stuff because it was
That's
like
pretty cool.
one of the first times she's played. She's played a few times, but you know.
I got a medic achievement.
Oh yeah, last
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
What'd you get?
It was
The big one, the unlocking of the Uber.
No, it was the one where you kill a bunch of people really, really quick. And I don't remember what it was. I either got it with Chuck Norris or with Linux.
The quick killing one.
Yep.
I saw a bunch of people get the achievement for going through the full scenario thing for Left 4 Dead with just the pistols.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me want to do that.
Like, was it a Kimbo assassin or something like that? That's the achievement. And then the killing the witch with one shot. Ooh.
Killing the
Soloing the tank also. That was brutal.
Wow.
I wish I could. I know I was playing with Sliced Toast and Muffin Man, and I think this was El Pollo something. Don't remember the full name, but we were going through, and they're like, "Well, let's try to get the kill the tank solo achievement." And this Apoyo guy, the tank had him down on the ground where he just had the pistols, and we're all like, "Okay, we're coming in." And he's like, "No, hold up!" And he just and kills the tank on the ground with the pistols, and it was awesome. Anyway. Sorry for dragging your week in the mud.
I did play some Left 4 Dead and kept getting achievements. I haven't played too many times. I just played No Mercy, which I'm really tired of. It's like, I'm done playing No Mercy. I want to play something new. But every time I'm invited to a game, it's No Mercy. It's the same freaking thing. And I'm here to say the witch is a wuss. I've gotten really lucky because every time the witch is there and it's like, don't startle the witch, don't start. Yeah, you wuss. I'm gonna go and shoot, and I shoot the witch and he dies and that's it. No horde, no nothing. I'm like, oh, why are you crying?
What? Really?
Yeah. And everybody else in the group, Ash Williams included, was like, wow, that was weird. That never happens. And I'm like, well, it's happened every time I've played. So I don't know what the deal is with the witch.
Everybody's.
It's like, oh, don't startle the witch. Ooh, you'll regret it. Like,
she usually kills like the first person. You know,
really?
if you stall her, and do you like get her with the one shot? Like, what do you kill her with?
No, I always have the big automatic. What is it called?
Automatic shotgun?
No, the M16.
Oh, okay.
M16. She doesn't die right at first. She'll come at me with her big fingers
but put you down on the ground usually, even while everybody's finishing her off.
Maybe.
It's much worse when you startle her and the whole team isn't ready.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But usually her deal is she goes after the person that startles her.
Right.
And puts them down.
But is that the only thing? Because the smoker does the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's really not as bad as people make it out, but it's different if you startle her and no one's prepared for it.
Oh, okay.
So, because if they aren't gunning at her, you're not going to take her down with your pistols after she gets you on the ground.
Right.
You know? So, it's
okay.
See, I honestly was expecting the witch to be more tank-like. Since you know it's coming and there are ways to avoid it, I figured it was going to be just completely devastating.
She just does damage fast. It's just when you get put down on the ground, you have so much more life than you normally do that it takes long to actually kill you, right? But when you get back up, you're now wounded really bad, you know. So it's actually pretty bad to get hit by the witch, but it's usually not going to like kill your party like a tank does.
Have you?
Okay, that's what I expected. I expected something huge and horrible to happen.
Yeah.
Nivek, have you had much experience killing the witch?
Yeah, even on advanced, it seems a lot easy, especially when you have the AR and so forth. Like they're probably going to adjust that.
Yeah, I really expected her to be much tougher. I mean, I'm not saying that she can't hurt some people. I've used her to kill Clyde Frog before.
Yeah, as a smoker, you drag someone across her. It's great.
Yeah, well, I spawned as a smoker, and I went over and I hit the witch a little bit just to try to piss her off as a zombie, you know, and I couldn't really do it. But then I went smoker, and it was in the outside level, and they were in that one building, and the horde was coming at them, and I used my tongue to pull Clyde out the door, and it made him so mad he chased me, and so I went around the corner to where the witch was, and then he died.
We're making a lot of people mad in the chat room.
Really?
They don't seem to like the Left 4 Dead talk.
Really?
I guess they're going to be upset when they hear about the map discussion.
Nice. Let's see. So I played a lot of WoW. Started Death Knight. Did all that stuff. Been working on my main there. Did everything but TF2 this week.
For shame.
I really wanted to play though on Friday night because I heard everybody was going. It was awesome. Sabrina was playing, and I was like, man, I wish I had another computer that could handle it.
I'm trying to get in at least an hour every Friday night of TF2. Yeah. I figure it's a good time, and I'm sort of making it, I goof off with whatever I'm doing earlier in the evening, and then at around 11 I try to get on and play a little bit of TF2.
I have 6 computers in the house. Only one can play TF2.
Now, is it just you don't want to put it on your work machine? Because it can handle. I can play it on my laptop, no problem.
Yeah, yeah. I guess that would be the only other. My huge laptop, it could handle it. But yeah, I'm afraid to do that.
You know what you should do is put it on one of your USB drives. Play it off that. It'll be fast enough.
It'll play.
It'll be fast enough. I mean, that's what I do on this one. It's on a little external hard drive, and it plays just fine.
That is a good idea. I will try that, and I will report back in 1 week.
I did have a couple of other interesting things. First off, I ran into a couple of people who I sort of spontaneously interacted with, and then they found out who I was. Like they had heard the podcast before.
That's weird.
And for instance, I was on LiveJournal, and I made a comment on the guy who does the Dork Tower cartoon. Have you ever seen that?
No.
His name is John Kovalik, and I read his LiveJournal. And he posted, I'm in the mood for a first-person shooter. What do you recommend? And I recommended Left 4 Dead, and I recommended TF2. And some guy replied and said, I love TF2. It's a great game. And I said, yeah, well, I'm a little biased. I do a podcast. And he goes, oh, you're that Wes Wilson. Wow. I love your podcast. I've been listening to Control Point for a long time, and it's great. And da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. That's great.
That's hilarious. That there might be the chance that there's other Wes Wilsons out there.
Well, there is at least one. I mean, there's a famous Wes Wilson who was a 1960s psychedelic rock poster artist. And his website is www.wes-wilson.com. And he's has
he tried to buy your domain from you?
No, but he talked to me about it. Anyway, so
he must not be selling much art these days.
No, but anyway, I also was in Warhammer, and I grouped up with somebody. We were running around Troll Country trying to get our PQs done for the heavy metal event.
Isn't that just an awesome zone name?
Troll Country.
Troll Country.
It's not bad. But anyway, so we went and I grouped up, and he goes, oh, Warp, I love that podcast. And I was like, oh, thanks. And he's like, oh my gosh, you're one of the hosts of Warp. Oh my gosh, I love your show. Da 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 da. And I was like, oh wow.
But he'd love you more if you remembered his name right now.
His name is his character name was Pick Me.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
So both he and the other guy who was in my party at the time, whose name is Onyx, both joined the guild.
Oh, sweet. They joined our guild?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
yeah.
Good work.
So and Onyx says he has some friends that he's been grouping with, and he might get them to join as well. So
very cool.
So you'll
Wes Wilson, internet celebrity.
Yeah, internet podcast whore.
Yeah. You'll have to repeat this story on Warp.
I know.
Well, that's cool. All right.
Okay, never mind. The contest is for a different podcast. Never mind.
Did we finish?
Is that a teaser? Is that too much of a teaser?
That is.
Hey, do we still have that copy of TF2?
Yes, we do.
Here?
Yes.
Is it okay if I take it? I'm going to give it to my coworker.
Oh,
it's a great idea.
TF2.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Everyone else we know already plays.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
So.
True. I think we got everybody right. I always forget someone when I'm trying to transition to the next segment. Are we done?
Yes.
Everyone?
We have done everyone's status.
Well, I've got one more thing.
Uh-oh.
I'm just kidding. Let's go on.
Good. Okay. On the loudspeaker.
News and discussions.
News and discussion.
Discussion.
303.
What do we have today? Valve Complete Pack costs 99 bones. 99 clams.
They're big into the 99
Shekels.
recently, right?
Shekels.
You can get Half-Life 1 for 99 cents.
Really?
Is that still going on?
Oh.
Anybody know?
That is something I actually wanted to say thank you to Hacienda Squish, Hacienda Squish, known in the South as Hacienda Squish. Thank you very much for buying me Half-Life 1 a couple days ago. I was surprised.
It's 98 cents.
For a whole $1.
Yeah, for a whole $1. I didn't realize that's what was going on. I was like, that's a weird random gift right there.
That's cool. I mean, we should have gotten 20 of those.
Yeah.
And just handed them out as prizes. What a crappy prize, though, right?
Yeah.
Here's Half-Life 1 that you already have.
Yeah.
I actually never played Half-Life 1.
I didn't either.
But I really can't imagine playing it because I've seen the graphics and I'm just like, no.
I've got it on Dreamcast, if that tells you anything.
That's hot.
It's horrid on Dreamcast.
Well, I installed it, and just for you, Hacienda Squish, I will play it, and I will report back in 1 week. Wow, I have a lot to report.
Yeah, you got
back
a lot of
on.
work.
I got a lot of work.
Are you writing this down? Because otherwise it's not getting done.
Therefore nothing's going to get done. That's right.
So what's the deal with this 4-pack?
Okay, so the 4-pack, it includes Left 4 Dead. It's $100, as I already said. Bought individually from Steam, all of the games in this pack would cost $235.
But how much can we get it for now, Eric?
$99.
That's incredible. And what do I get?
You get... Let me pull up the link real quick.
You're really bumming out the infomercial here.
Yeah, it sucked all the excitement right out of the air. Dun, 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 it's loading. All right, thank you, Google Chrome. Here we go. You get Counter-Strike, Team Fortress Classic, Day of Defeat, Deathmatch Classic, Half-Life, Opposing Force, Ricochet. What is Ricochet? Half-Life 1. Oh, okay. Counter-Strike, Condition 0, Half-Life, Blue Shift, Half-Life 2, Counter-Strike Source, Half-Life Source, Day of Defeat Source, Half-Life 2, Deathmatch, Half-Life 2, Lost Coast, Half-Life 2, Deathmatch Source, Half-Life 2, Episode 1, Portal, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, Team Fortress 2.
He's really terrible at this.
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, it's hurting me bad.
And to put the cherry on the top, you get Peggle Extreme.
Peggle Extreme.
So you get all of that crap for $100. $99.99.
Yeah, and if I didn't already have Orange Box, that would have been a great deal to get just Left 4 Dead and Orange Box and just say, well, I'll just get the whole set.
Yep.
You get all those weird flavors of Half-Life 2. I'm not digging all of that crazy stuff, but it is a good deal because really, if you buy Left 4 Dead for $50, you can only buy maybe 2 or 3 other games, and that would be $100. So
yes.
That would be the best thing. If you're just getting into this and you want to get the Orange Box, I'd say no, get this complete pack. Also, if you buy 3 Left 4 Dead, you get 1 free. It's basically $150 for 4 copies. I thought that was kind of neat.
It's so you can get 4 friends and you can all play Left 4 Dead together.
Yeah,
Hey, that's pretty cool.
yeah. So yeah, that's the end of my little marketing spiel.
Well, since you're getting in on the marketing stuff, I thought I'll go ahead and bring up something on the marketing stuff as well.
Righto.
On the there's the new posters out in the Valve store. Not only that, but they've lowered the prices of the posters, so you can now get the Heavy's Anatomy and the Sandwich poster, which is like a blueprint of the sandwich being made. Pretty cool. $7.95 for the individual posters, or you can get the poster pack still for $20, and they throw in a 5th poster. I think it used to only be 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think now they throw in the Anatomy of a Heavy in there with it.
That's cool.
Or you can just get the Heavy bundle for $10. So if you already have the other bundle, you can now add the new posters for $10.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty darn cool. And I'm not sure if they had it already, but now they have the Heavies on the T-shirts. Do they have those already?
Oh, I don't
remember
recall.
them. But
yeah.
So that's just a little announcement for Doug Lombardi there. You're welcome with your $20 billion campaign for Left 4 Dead, and you can throw some our way.
Maybe a link.
I'm not bitter.
Yeah. Link on the blog page, please.
Oh, that's coming. I've been talking with them. That's coming.
All right. So that's is that all the news? There is a new website that maybe a lot of you already know about, but Madlep, the creator and the writer for Ubercharge.net, does Boomercharge.net, which is an L4D blog, and it is just as hilarious, and there's some good videos up there right now. Definitely check that out and just look all through it. And Ubercharge.net is still alive, and it's still kicking, and it's still funny, and there's always something new to read.
What? Hey, we've never had him on the podcast, have we?
He did a commercial for our
I remember that.
But no, we've never actually.
We need to get him on the show.
I know.
Yeah. Do we have someone on the show right now? I'm not sure. I think they fell asleep.
I know it's like we're all talking.
We're get a word in edgewise here.
Oh, just talk over us.
Yeah,
that's how we work it.
Yeah.
Okay, too polite.
You just learn that if someone else starts talking when you are, if your point is funnier, you keep talking
and talk louder.
Nice.
I will not be ignored.
So is that it? Is that it for On the Loudspeaker news and discussions?
Discussions.
Yikes.
Thought I'd just throw that in there.
All right.
So now we're on to listener contributions. Nud.
Really? Already?
Yeah. We're skipping over what you want to do.
No map discussion?
No map discussion.
No 4D map discussion.
So we got an email.
We did.
And it's a class question.
You know who it's from?
I do know who it's from.
Yammy.
Yamhead.
Yummy.
Who I played versus Left 4 Dead with, and he actually killed me a few times.
Oh, I haven't played with him yet.
Nivek killed me a bunch of times. Do you remember that?
Back in the day.
Yeah.
No, in Left 4 Dead.
So anyway, and what his email says is, if you're able to choose which class to take out all the other class-related and stupid questions, what class will you choose?
What class question?
The chief. Okay, next.
Okay, good answer.
The Assclown.
So we got the Assclown. The cavalryman.
Did it not catch on? No cavalryman stuff this week? No videos, no pictures.
Well, it's like one class, right? But it's like a group of people. It's like a bunch of... It's
one of a horde.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's just
there's never a lone cavalryman.
Okay, so it is like a group. Like, it'd be like a big...
Well, there's an individual, but they travel in packs.
Okay, I'm just trying to clear it up.
Yeah, okay. And they wield sabers and pistols.
Nice.
Yep.
You know what I want to see?
What?
Actually, now I don't know how we put Spencer on it because he's never on the show anymore. But like a Left 4 Dead poster,
yeah,
like but with the four of us on there.
Oh,
like nice. We'll put Brother Bob instead of Spencer.
Okay. It is a dead work party.
Mm-hmm. It is.
That's true.
It is.
That's it. Someone, sent in an email about that. We should do a L4D podcast called. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and read it from the email, so I know this is from James Freeman, Left 4 Dead Workers.
Nice
podcast.
The Left 4 Dead Workers.
So anyway, next.
We have an email from Pierre Cron the NG, and he says, and it's a class question. Are you ready for the ultimate of all ultimate questions? And he says, no, that wasn't the question. And then he asks, which class would Rick Astley play?
Oh, should we say it?
It's the medic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's the trench coat.
It's his little lab coat that he wears.
Yeah, oh God, I didn't even want to answer, but it just next.
I mean, I could see him playing an Assclown since he kind of already is an Assclown.
Yeah.
So
but he probably does keep the cavalrymen up there under his lab coat.
He does. Yeah. Well, cavalrymen wear those dusters. They wear the dusters,
That's true. I just haven't seen the pics yet.
Yeah, I know.
I think he would play every class except the chief. I don't think he would ever play the chief.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't have an explanation, but
I just have a hunch. Too much smoking of the mescaline.
Yes.
He doesn't seem like a mescaline smoker.
No. All right. Okay. That was a great question. Thanks.
You're welcome, Ash.
All right.
Doesn't seem to scare him off either.
I know. Nothing does. We have something from Verbal. This is neat. This is just a bunch of ideas for special events. kind of if we had a Steam event planner, we could do these. And some of the ideas he has here. Let's see. Blank day night madness. Okay. This could be an event that just lasts for a few hours in one of the servers. Melee only combat / small fun maps. So this is, I guess...
So arena with all melee, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. Melee just is so frustrating. Because you end up doing a bunch of strafing and trying to circle around, and your whole goal is just not to be there when the punch is delivered.
Right.
And it's... It
like
seems too much luck to me.
Yeah. I guess just the idea was to have a certain night where it's like a theme or something, something special going on. And he said that maybe, I guess a mod or something would kind of take care of this. Not a moderator, but I mean, like an actual modification, if you will. Because it's kind of hard to do a special event just by telling people, okay, here's the rules. You're always going to have, excuse the phrase, an Assclown that is going to break the rules and backstab everybody and stuff like that. We kind of did that before. We had what was that? Schoolyard Games.
Oh yeah,
Dominator also is another one. Special. I don't even know what you call them. Special events, I guess, in TF2. So that was one idea. Achievement Day or night.
Yes.
Oh, what a night!
This event. Let's see. People would play normal maps and help each other get achievements when they need. This is not farming. You only need to help people on your team. So we kind of already have that too, but I think he's just getting at a schedule type thing.
His idea here is, farming is one thing. That's where everybody goes and everybody lines up and attempts to farm. This idea is, and I think it's kind of a good one. You just make a plan that on a particular day on a particular server, you recognize that you and your team are trying to help your teammates get achievements. Now, this is not something where you help the other team get their achievements. You still want to crush the other team, but you Uber scouts, you send the heavies out to punch people. You do stuff that normally is not beneficial to winning, but you at least have your team support while you do it.
Yeah,
I think it's a pretty good idea.
Yeah. Let's see. What was the third?
The last one was CP After Dark Mayhem. And this idea was that it would only last for a few hours on one of the servers. And the idea is that you can't pick your class. It's always random.
Oh, that's neat.
I actually think that's kind of a good idea.
That is cool.
Except it would be really frustrating if nobody ended up being any medics.
Yeah. And it's one of those things like it's you'd have to trust people to click that random button. You don't really. Well, no,
you can. He's saying you have the server automatically.
Oh, right.
Assign everyone random.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can do that, can't you?
Yes.
Well, there you go. We got proof. All right.
We have confirmation from the brand.
I think you can make that like the only allowable class or something.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. It's been so long since I messed with the server stuff.
It'd be hard playing an NG then.
Yeah, well, what I've noticed is when I play on random, it seems like when you become an engineer, it doesn't go to a new class afterwards. Like you stay an engineer.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And I don't know if that's because maybe if you have all your if you have a building up, maybe it doesn't want it to destroy it, or maybe I'm just full of crap.
Maybe it's just. I bet you can make it so it's random, but it keeps you the same class for the whole game.
I don't know about that.
It could. It could happen.
It could happen. And I've got another listener contribution that came in through chat.
Oh, okay.
If we're ready for that.
Okay, sure.
I got this from Jazz, who posted about it, but the CP-US2 is globally ranked as #1 for Left 4 Dead servers.
Really?
Yeah, the most popular with 245 people served as of this post. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, wow. Neat. Congrats.
We're #1.
Yeah.
We're #2 is #1. Who does #2 work for?
What is that from?
Austin Powers.
Oh, yeah. All right. So I guess we're moving along. A thread.
Moonlight Bay.
Here's a new thread. This is by the Lion CC from CP-A.M. What does an Assclown look like?
Well, we actually got some pictures.
Yeah, there's some pictures.
You need to go to the forums.
I'll link this thing, but I thought it was...
There's one that looks like an ass, like a donkey.
Yeah, Yamhead did one.
Yeah, Yam did. And then there was the ass clowns that was a pair of legs and a butt that looked like a clown.
Yeah, with a clown nose, yeah. Then Cruel Rain. Did you see that one?
Yes, I did.
She made ass clowns in Spore Creature Creator.
Yes, and they look like asses that are clowns.
Yeah, they have the cotton candy hair, and everything. It's so great.
And then, like, the mouth is just a sphincter.
Yes.
So that's what I imagined.
As long as it's not goatsy, then.
Yeah, for real.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And you thought we've been doing the pyro during the different, voiceover things. No, it was the Assclown.
Yeah. This whole time. All right. That was the sound of the cheese briefcase, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Or was it the Assclown in the briefcase with the cheese?
All right. Someone read this next one.
Okay, we got an email from Scorch. Do you want to read it, Brent? Or do you want me to?
You can go for it.
Okay. Whenever I play a game, I almost always encounter sticky spammers. Those demos who lob stickies at you and immediately detonate them right in your face. And since I play Pyro the most, I chase sticky spammers, and all they do is backstrafe, firing stickies in front of them and detonating them once again in my face. Yeah, I hate them. So my question is, what are your opinions on sticky spammers? And if you agree with me, then what would your tactic be against them?
I don't even have to agree with you. Like, I don't really care if they do that. That's just their tactic. But my tactic would be to, switch to sniper and blow their head off.
Okay.
You probably have a macro to do that, too, to shoot and explode immediately.
Oh.
I don't have much luck doing it. Like, if I shoot, I don't have much luck detonating them in the air. But I can't, whenever I'm playing like a pyro or something, I don't have any problems mowing down demos. Once you get on them, they're gone. I think the key is if they're running backwards and you can't shoot them with your fire, don't chase them.
That's what I would think too.
Pull out the flare gun.
Yeah. Burn them.
Huh.
I loved the flare gun when it first came out, but I can't use it anymore. I got to go with the shotgun.
Same here. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I don't either.
Wow, deep thoughts. Let's move on.
Let's think about it some more.
No.
Really, I think we should ponder this.
Let's just be silent for 2 minutes.
Jeez.
Not supposed to eat the briefcase.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Let's see. I guess the next one we got is from Corizi.
He's so crazy.
Corizi. Or is it Corizi?
He's so crazy.
Hey, Control Point. Corizi here to ask you a question.
Yay.
Since Left 4 Dead was released Tuesday, I thought I'd ask a zombie question. Here it is. Where would you go in a zombie apocalypse, and what gun would you take with you? I personally would go to a train yard and make an awesome safe house of one of the carriages.
Well, he's got a point, because metal seems to be fairly zombie repellent. No one's saying anything. Are you thinking about it? Are you thinking?
I was listening to what you said.
Well, I mean, I think that's actually a pretty good thing, especially if you could get out if you could dismantle the ladders from the side and like have an exit up top. I think you'd be fairly safe from zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I want a decommissioned missile silo.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, good point.
Yep.
But what gun would you take with you?
Shotgun.
Man, now flamethrowers are the way to fight zombies, man.
I would think that too. I would say Sasha.
Sasha?
Yeah, mow him down.
Fast zombies or slow zombies, it makes a difference. You might go Natasha with fast zombies.
I think I'd take the Fat Boy.
Fat Boy?
Fat Boy, yeah.
From Fallout 3?
Yeah, from Fallout 3.
I thought you were going for World War II.
Well, it's basically the same thing. It launches the mini nukes. Yeah. Oh, I love that gun.
Yeah. What do you think, NivekOne?
Yeah, actually, Natasha melee would knock him across the the room.
Yeah.
I think I'm a flamethrower guy. I do like the decommissioned silo thing, you know? Mm-hmm. That's always good.
Stickies.
Stickies,
what do you think?
Stickies aren't bad. If with slow zombies, stickies would rule.
Yeah.
Now, if it was zombies, I'd actually go liquor bottle with Demo Man just to get a little tanked first and then stab him.
I see where you're going with this. Okay, are we done?
No, we got an email from Tim, the Xbox veteran.
Ooh. What does Tim have to say?
Well, Tim has to say, if you had to pick someone to fight against in Left 4 Dead, with that person being a zombie, who would you pick? Most likely to fight against and least likely to fight against. And if you wanted to give him any special abilities, like the fat zombie barfing acid on someone, but associating those abilities with the heavy. I don't really understand the question. Next.
That's funny because I read it too a few times and I didn't understand it. It's who would you pick out of the Left 4 Dead classes to fight? I'm just making up stuff.
I was thinking he was going, if a TF2 class turned into a zombie, which would you not want to fight?
Oh.
And I'm thinking Scout. I think a Scout zombie,
fast.
He's fast, he can double jump, he'd bop you on the head. I mean, zombies go down quick. So,
I see what you mean, because the fat zombie would be kind of like the heavy. I gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Or boom.
Okay, yeah. I understand now. So what would be his zombie power?
His zombie power? He could double jump.
That would be his power to double jump?
Yeah, he could get on top of my train car with it.
So like the Hunter. The Hunter pretty much has double jump now.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. Except he's low. He can't go high.
No, he can... Oh, man, you got to do this. You want you to start playing the Hunter, you can bounce off walls, kind of like jump kick style.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they kind of have that already. So maybe he is the Hunter. Maybe the Scout is the Hunter. He's fast and
good point.
Small and
like
from Brooklyn or something.
It's more like a mega jump, like Luigi. He has the super jump or whatever. Yeah. Interesting. Weird question there. But,
so you're going with Chief, Eric? I take it.
Either the Chief or the red Chief or the blue Chief.
And so he's got the zombie net now, the soul zombie net.
Yeah.
Turns you all into zombies.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Weak. Let's go on.
Yes, the zombie net.
Okay, we have a question for our listeners.
And this one is a long one. And Wes, when you read it dramatically. I'm going to add some music behind it. And this is really something big and awesome here.
Okay.
Do I need to pay attention?
Not really.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going with Chief right now.
Well, this is a question for the listeners.
Oh,
listeners!
Awesome.
This is for you. You basically answer the question by adding a comment to this episode on the website.
Kind of like how the 4-word thing.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And what's the question, Wes?
In an alternate universe, there is an epic host-based FPS video game called Control Point. The video game is set in Alabama, and players can choose to play as one of the 4 hosts: Brent, Eric, Wes, or Spencer. Each host has its strengths and its weaknesses, from Eric's schmexiness that immobilizes enemies to Spencer's flakiness that causes him to rage quit and only return to boot Assclowns. Soon after CP was released, a ragtag group of Guns for Hire decided that the gaming community needed a podcast to listen to for advice and funny commentary. The 9 of them created Team Fortress 2, a podcast about CP. The players discussed maps, strategies, and hosts. About a year after both CP and TF2's release, news was starting to slow down. The Dead Workers Party had stopped releasing new updates and had continued to neglect putting TF2 links on their blog. Even though Valve, the production studio of TF2, completely redesigned their website, the trend continued. A sudden strange set of questions started being emailed to players of the Team Fortress 2 podcasts. The questions always started off as, what host would? The players of the podcast became so irate about the questions that they practically stopped answering them altogether, making up such guest hosts as Mint Condition and Ifrit. But now the universes are colliding, so it is time for you, the hosts of Control Point, the stars of the CP video game, to decide if you had to be stuck on a desert island with one of the hosts, who would it be?
Wow, that was deep.
Did I do a good job?
Yes,
was that
you did
very
an excellent
dramatic?
job.
P.S.
Oh, P.S. My inside man at Valve informed me that the new unlockables for the Assclown will include the Rickroll cannon and the mic spam taunt and will be insta-kill. Woot.
Nice. That's awesome.
I can't really tell if that was a question or like a backhand.
It was like
something slap in the face.
It's like Control Point fanfic. It was great, wasn't
That's
it?
what it was.
Yeah.
Except we totally didn't get it on.
We didn't get it on?
No, like all other fanfic.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to go get it on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
Let's get it on.
So in case you zoned out and missed the question, if you had to be stuck on a desert island with one of the hosts, who would it be?
One of the hosts of TF2, the podcast about Control Point.
Yes, it's very weird, isn't it?
I don't know.
Inside out.
I haven't heard of one of those for a while.
Anyway.
That's awesome. Oh, and by the way, that was from the Orange Door. Did we ever say that?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank you, the Orange Door. Very creative and very excellent. Very confusing, but very mysterious and melancholy and very...
A little phlegmatic.
Phlegmatic is good.
Maybe some sanguine.
What do you think it was, Nivek? What's a good adjective?
It was right in there.
It was right in there. I like that. Okay. Let's head on over to surveillance. I'm doing the
I'm surveilling some sickness.
Wow, that came out of nowhere.
Okay, surveillance this week is some machinima called Dynamic Action Team.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's very, very cool. This is by some guys at WeGame.com. Jared Kim, Jeff Gornt. I don't know how you say your last name. I'm sorry. But and Brandon Dennis, a.k.a. Oxhorn. Music by Nathan Allen Pinyard, which also has done a lot of Oxhorn music. And he's actually a really good composer. He's working on a new MMO right now as a sound designer. I know that because I listened to one of his podcasts. So
I thought I recognized the name before, but I couldn't figure out where.
He gets around. It would be cool if I could maybe work with him one day on some project. Maybe he's listening. Who knows? I don't know. So this is a great Machinima series. Let's see, it's on episode 4 right now. Short episodes, just a few minutes long each. It follows a team. Who are
there is a medic, there is a spy, and there is a heavy. The heavy's name is Mop. The spy's name is Gunther. No. And yes, and the medic's name is Francois.
Yeah.
Which I thought was weird that the spy was named Gunther and
Francois.
But they end up trying to stop being FPS characters. They want to be more complex than just shoot 'em ups.
They want to role play. In the first couple episodes, they just want to role play. And the medic has an obscure obsession for cutting wood.
Well, he's got a saw, so it's sort of understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Wes is a punk.
Yeah, Wes is a punk.
Okay, move on.
Yeah, I know.
This just in from the chat room.
And you succumbed to
I did. I like doing that every once in a while.
Yeah.
This is a really funny series. It's done really well technically too. They go in and out of different games, so it's kind of like
sliders in video games.
Yeah, I was gonna say Quantum Leap. But yeah. They go into WoW. They go into sports. So funny. They have some really nice technical stuff going on. They have lip syncing going on. Really good chroma keying going on as well. Like in a and I guess they're using a TF2 model viewer.
They don't need to do that. All they got to do is have a green screened room. They just made a big room that's a green screen, and then they can just take it and do whatever they want.
Yeah, I guess.
Or has anybody tried it out lately? Maybe they fixed all that stuff that you were having issues with.
That's true. I haven't done TF2 Machinima.
Because they do a lot of the facial animation. I wonder if they fixed all that, and so they got that working where it's a lot easier or something.
Yeah, I just remember that being so difficult. But I recommend watching that. What do you think about it? Did you like it?
I thought it was very funny. I really thought there were a couple of moments that were sublime, that were really, taking the humor and taking it to the next level. A lot of it's kind of, you get to some moments where you're just like, yeah. And then they drop a joke on you and you're like, oh my God, that's funny.
Like, what are you doing? Mining? How does that kill people? But, yeah.
But it's really, I mean, the visuals are really good. The little intro is great. The voice acting is good. The machinima itself, like all the editing and everything, is fantastic.
Yeah.
They put TF2 characters into WoW and it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost wish, though, that they had kept with the really short format of the first couple.
It got too long at the end?
The Spore one got too long to me.
The Spore one was too long, but I thought that the WoW one was a good... Like, as a segment, it was done really, really well. You could watch that one just by itself, because I did. That's the first one I ever saw.
Right. And
it was funny enough and self-contained enough to where it was excellent even on its own.
Yeah. And I wonder if that lends a lot to, Oxhorn being a big, WoW machinima forever.
Probably.
So adding that together. But, I thought they were all pretty funny except for the Spore one. But that's because I have this hatred for Spore, I think, and so I turned something off, like my ears.
Everything. It taints everything in your life whenever Spore's involved.
All I can think of is snore.
So, what is Nivek? What did you think about it?
I think they're pretty good. It helps to be familiar with like Spore and WoW and so forth. But overall, the humor is really good.
It's right in there.
Yeah.
All right, well, enough about that. Check out the show notes for that. And let's see here. We have Player of the Week.
No, okay.
Yeah?
We got a few people saying we got some call-ins.
Oh, we do?
Oh, we did have one. Here we go.
Hey, guys. Johnny Napalm here. And I've got another question for you. Of the new unlocks, which one do you think was the best, and which one do you think was a colossal waste of time and development effort? As always, I'm enjoying the podcast. Keep up the good work. We'll see you around.
So which of the unlocks do you like, and which do you think was a complete waste of time?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we kind of talked about earlier, you said that, Brent said that you don't really like the flare gun anymore, and it's not very useful. I kind of agree. It was really cool at the beginning, but overall, longevity-wise, it doesn't really... I don't know. I think it's kind of maybe one of the...
Yeah, and the thing with it is if they would make it easier to switch, I think, or if I got a script to switch them real fast or whatever, it probably wouldn't be as bad. But it seems like such a situational tool that I would rather have the shotgun just because I would use it more. There's more situations where I want the shotgun.
Yeah. The back scratcher, though, I love it. I equip that and I use it all the time. I can't go back to the regular gun anymore.
I really think that Natasha is a big waste of time.
Really?
I don't think that the slowing effect is as useful as doing damage.
I don't even know if I unlocked it. I think I did, but I don't really play heavy, so I don't really have any comments.
To me, it was such a different way to play a heavy that I couldn't get into it at all, so I put it back up after the first day of use.
Yep.
But I think there's probably a place for it. I just think you also need the damage. So unless you have another heavy out there doing the damage, that I don't know if it should be out.
Yeah.
Was the sandwich worthwhile?
Yes.
Oh.
I think that the sandwich is very useful. I haven't been playing much heavy lately, and when I do, once I start taking damage, it's over. You know what I mean? If somebody's close enough to hurt me or cause me trouble, usually I'm going to die.
Yeah. What about all of the Uber, like the melee stuff? All of the melee unlocks.
I use the Uber Saw still.
Uber Saw is useful. The KGB, I don't really...
I do just because they look funny.
Yeah.
They look awesome.
The extinguisher is really awesome, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced a whole lot of people whip it out and use it.
Well, I wasn't really an axe wielder as a pyro whenever I played pyro, so I never used either axe, really.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, if I'm going to be up in your face, I'm going to be having the fire out on you.
Yeah.
You know, so
Same here.
I guess that's just me, though, because I see a lot of people with the axes out.
Mm-hmm. Trying to get achievements, maybe. I don't know, because I'm not an axe man either.
They like doing the guitar song.
Yeah. Wow. Meow. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that's it for that. And that came from Johnny Napalm. Thank you.
Should we tell them about the new the info we got about the demo and their unlocks coming up? Let's save that.
Okay. Wow. Suspenseful. I like that. It's like the end of a Lost episode or something.
Yeah, we'll save it for one of the future episodes.
Very nice. Okay.
Since we got so long to wait for the next unlocks.
I know.
So do we want to start a pod on? Has someone started a pod on when the next unlocks will be released?
Oh.
I mean, we're not going to do it because we're lazy.
Yeah. It would be a nice idea, though.
Y'all share notes. I hate it when y'all share notes. No, I'm just kidding.
It's technical stuff.
So I guess we've got.
We have.
I'm really glad that when I'm trying to share something with Eric that you stop talking.
I was done.
It's passing notes.
Anyway, okay. So is that it? Are we done?
Yeah, we've been done for like 10 minutes now.
Okay.
I believe so, yes.
You believe you can fly?
I believe I can fly. You know, I believe we have a player of the week.
Do we really?
We do really.
Okay.
You know who this person is?
I do, because I saw you type it in.
NivekOne!
Hey, congrats.
He just happens to be here, too, on Skype, so we can say congratulations.
Yes.
So, ready?
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're the player of the week for the completely arbitrary reason that you're on the show.
Yes.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Tell him what he's won. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Okay. Pimpage. All right. Any shout outs here? I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we're done.
We need more iTunes reviews. We do.
Yeah.
I want to shout out to Bride GPO, Bulletstorm, Cambinator, Celen, Christian, Enterprise _A, Fricadelic, Ganon Slayer?
Ganon Slayer.
Oh, yeah, Ganon Slayer. Gan like sword.
Where are all these names coming from?
Swords. Ifrit. This is people in the chat room. Kaliki, Kitty Kiki, Cruel Rain, Leah, Shadow, NivekOne, of course, for being awesome. Feklar, Random Inuyasha. I'm starting to like saying that now. Sigma Sign, Snacky. I mean,
Ustreamer-2466.
Akond.
Ustreamer-2584.
Yeah, all the Ustreamers out there. Okay.
Ustreamer 37609 62264 71729 92940.
All right.
Can we be done?
People are leaving the chat room now.
Now that we've said their name on the air, they're done with us.
And no, we didn't get a Fritz question this week. Is that true?
That is correct.
That is correct. We got no Frit question.
Well, if he typed faster, we could have actually said it, but he's typing too slow.
We have an extra little treat at the end of this episode. It is a song sent to us by I Drink Your Milkshake, and this is a parody of Hi There Delilah, and it is called Hi There Control Point. Check it out, and you did an excellent job, sir. Feel free to continue to send us parodies, and we will continue to put them on the air.
Thank you for joining us. Nivek, thanks for joining us on the show.
Yes.
Hey, thank you.
Did you have anyone you want to give a shout out to?
How about Chrono Necro? He's back from college this week.
Oh, excellent.
Welcome back.
Is he back because he failed out, or did he actually get good grades?
Thanksgiving week.
Oh, okay.
I would like to give a shout out to Devil Turnip, because I notice he's in game right now in Tomb Raider Underworld.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Even though we're supposed to be starting Warp Podcast 15 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess we'll wrap this one up. All right. Yeah. So,
hey, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. iTunes review us and everything. That would be swell. I already said that.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Answer the question in the comment on the show.
Yes. Answer the dramatic question, and we're out. Bye-bye.
You are now at the end of another episode of Control Point.
Victory.
Every one of you deserves a medal.
A podcast brought to you by the Dead Workers Party.
show notes and leave comments for this episode at controlpoint.deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at area code 256-513-4772.
Auf Wiedersehen!
Hey guys, it's Tim, aka Sadish, the Xbox 360 veteran on TF2. My tip for this week is if you're a heavy and you use the killer gloves of boxing on, even if they give you crits and they chain crits together, actually it is kind of a good idea to keep abusing the killer gloves of boxing and trying to ambush people like a spy would do, almost, but not being over the top. Not like just bringing your gun out and going, die with the minigun, because that's not good. If you try to pull off a little stealth move every now and then, the killer gloves of boxing will turn basically your fist into a butterfly knife, pretty much. Thank you. See you later. Bye.
Control point, what's it like running a podcast right now? I'm sucking in Dust Bowl, but I need the answers to these questions. Can't you see? Are you annoyed by kids like me who call constantly? Hey there, Control Point, do you have awesome TF2 skills? Every time I go out of my spawn, I get blown up. I know you're much better, I can tell. They'll have to glue me back together in hell. It makes me wanna yell. Why do I suck at the game, CP? Why do I suck at the game, CP? Why do I suck at the game, CP? Even though I spend countless hours in front of my PC. Eric Fullerton, you're my favorite. I just wanted to get that out before the end of the song because it's ending here pretty soon, so I guess I'll see you later, Control Point, and thanks for letting me be on your podcast so many times. So this is I Drink Your Milkshake signing off.
So I was talking in game Friday night about the fact that the two people were had contacted me and said, "Oh, so you do those podcasts? Wow!"
Oh yeah.
And so I was sitting there and I was telling everybody the story, and people were like, "Wow, that's really great." And Siegmund goes, "Yeah, I remember when I started finding out about you guys, and I saw, I was like, wow, these guys must be great TF2 players." And he looked at my hours and that Wes Wilson, look at all the time at demo. He must be a great demo. God, that's so funny. And I went, What are you trying to say, Sigma? Are you saying I'm not a good demo? That my hours? And everybody was just quiet.
Dead Workers Party Network. And you thought puberty was weird.